Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Vikings Digital Diaries podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Vikings Digital Diaries podcast. We're sitting down, we're having a couple beers, and we're going to talk a little Viking stuff here today. Joining me are two of my good buddies from high school and later years. We've got Scott Rail.
Hello, everybody.
And we've got Josh Ludwig.
Hey, guys.
You may remember Josh from the last playoff bar talk episode that we did, where we were foreshadowing the beauty that was to come in the Vikings' 10-9 playoff loss against Seattle. Any general thoughts, fellas, about that game? Where did you see that game? Where were you watching it at?
I was at my brother's house down in the basement enjoying some cold beverages. Felt good. I told my brother we needed to get a first down here, otherwise it wasn't going to be good. Peterson cut back left, didn't get the first down. You figured it's a chip shot, but we should have actually scored a touchdown there.
Yeah,
we should have got a first down, scored a touchdown. Just gave it to Peterson, but we kind of know the rest. It was not a good ending.
No, it absolutely wasn't. Josh, where were you with the infamous wide left?
Well, let me start out by saying hello to the viewers again, and they'll remember me as the pessimistic one that knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And,
you had it down. You knew exactly.
I did. I called everything that happened. Maybe not everything, but I called the outcome, unfortunately. But I will say this. Somehow, these Vikings, our Minnesota Vikings, can do this to me every year where I was pessimistic up until, literally everything had to go perfectly for me to finally believe, including the snap to be good and the hold to be good. I gave myself that one chance to say, we're going to do it. And then they still broke my heart. So even the pessimist in me, I was an optimist for like a split second, and there it went. So
yeah, that's my experience was I watched this game at my grandpa's house in Moorhead. One of the coldest days in the Twin Cities and one of the coldest days ever in Fargo-Moorhead area. My cousin was having his baby baptized, and so we went to this baptism. So before this, I'm in a church and trying to pay attention, but really I'm just praying to God that the game goes well. And we get back, and we all had some food, some snacks, and we went to watch the game down in my grandpa's basement. And it was funny because at about 4 minutes left, my mom comes down and goes, "All right, you ready to head back to the cities?" Because I rode up there with her. And she goes, and I said, "Nope, I got to see the end of this game. I have to see the end. We can leave as soon as it's done." At one of the commercial breaks, I packed up my bag and put it out in the car. So literally all we had to do when the game was done was get up, hop in the car, and drive away. And as a little side bit of information, my mom's radio doesn't work in the car. She's driving my brother Jordan's old Concorde. Connie, Scott's familiar with Connie. And Connie the Concorde, not your mom, but
yeah, that was I wasn't sure where you're headed there.
But so we're sitting there, and they go down, and like Scott mentioned, Peterson cuts it back and falls short, and they bring out Walsh, and I'm like, all right. I know Blair Walsh has had his issues this year. I've said numerous times that he's missing far more field goals than he should be. And really shouldn't be missing that many extra points, even though moving it back makes it a little harder. I'm like, but there's no way he misses this, right? And he kicked it so bad that I was like, I didn't believe it initially, because it felt like there must have been like an offsides call. They must have blown the play dead, and he just like took a wild swing at it, and it went wide. But all of a sudden, the Seahawks are running out onto the field, and I stood up and went into my mom's car, and we started driving. And after about 30 minutes of absolute silence, I started checking my phone and checking Twitter to make sure that actually happened. Because I started having doubts just sitting there with my own mind and things churning around. I'm like, there's no way that we lost, right? There's no way he missed a 19-yard field goal, right?
So how far of a drive was it without the radio and just your own thoughts
Well,
right after seeing that?
Yeah, it was about a half hour of silence. And then my mom started trying to just make conversation because he's not a big football person.
I was just going to ask you. I mean, you probably couldn't talk about it with your mom because I take it she didn't watch the game.
And she's a sports gal. She's a but like football really wasn't, I don't think is really her forte. I think she used to coach track and she was a big basketball player. So we could have talked basketball or something in the car, but like she doesn't really talk football. So it was like, well, that was a lovely service, wasn't it? Yeah, it was great, Mom. No, the baby sure behaved well, didn't he? Yeah, baby was good. And I've got this look on my face like I'm like halfway between tears and punching out a window.